Playoff basketball is back. Today we've got games 1 and 2 of the first round on the road. Headed to Utah to face off against the young and up-and-coming Jazz, who are in the playoffs for the first time in this series. We finished the regular season as the 5 seed, 48-34, and on paper, it looks like another middle-of-the-road playoff team. But I think this team has as good of a chance as anybody to win the Western Conference. With Luka Doncic's early season Achilles tear, that certainly pushed the Spurs down a notch. There doesn't seem to be a clear frontrunner in this conference. Minnesota's got a good group, but they lack depth. Memphis' roster has quite a few question marks and maybe lacks the star power to get over the edge. Portland's been inconsistent throughout the year, and I don't think there's anybody below that 3 who stands as good of a chance as Golden State. The East is a different story, though, with Detroit, Brooklyn, and Boston looking like the 3 best teams in the league, the Wizards getting Giannis, the Pacers being really strong, and then Orlando and Atlanta, both of whom I think you could easily make the case would be a top 2 to 3 team in the Western Conference. But nonetheless, the West is wide open, and it could be ours for the taking, especially considering I think we have the combination of scoring, defense, and depth required in the postseason to go on a run. We've got plenty of youth, but these guys are experienced. Most of these players have gone on multiple deep playoff runs already, and having that prior playoff experience matters so much in this league. So maybe we don't have the true number 1 alpha dog scoring superstar, but we've got a young group of guys who largely have played in a lot of meaningful games. Ranking Destino, I don't think has ever played in the playoffs, but outside of him, everybody else in this group has gone on deep playoff runs. And Destino, I think it just happens to be the perfect playoff role player with his passing, defense, and his connecting ability offensively. That's not to mention that we're fully healthy, and we've been healthy since the All-Star break. We have not had many injuries over the last 2 months, and throughout the NBA playoffs, the team who wins the title is often some combination of one of the best teams in the field, but also a team who stays healthy or has enough depth to overcome an injury or two, and I think both of those things apply to us. We're super healthy right now, but unlike last year, we have more depth, and even if a couple guys get injured, it won't be as catastrophic. We also need to hope we're not as unlucky as last year. Losing 4 of our key 6 guys was not ideal. So let's go through the play-in tournament. Let's see who our 7 and 8 seeds will be. As I said in the last episode, I think one of the 4 Western Conference play-in teams will win at least one playoff series. It could be the Spurs because they had the best player on the planet. Even though without Luka healthy, this roster is really bad, they have Wemby, who's coming off one of the all-time great seasons, and I'm not ruling them out against anybody as long as Wemby's healthy. The Thunder have Shea and Jokic on the same team. Now, they have not played very well since the trade deadline after getting Jokic, but with 2 of the greatest players of this era, we can't rule them out. You with the Lakers, who have one of the best young stars in the game. The only player with more estimated wins added this year than Shavonte Fitzgerald was Victor Wembanyama. And then Dallas is kind of the one team I don't really think has a shot to go on a run. I think they overachieved this year and they have a bright future with a really, really good rookie class. But I think the other 3 teams in the play-in just have a little too much juice. The Eastern Conference should be interesting as well. 3 of those 4 play-in teams have at least 46 wins. Atlanta won 50 games, and in the West, I think they'd be one of the 2 or 3 best teams in the field. So here we go. Wow, look at Dallas. They got the 7th seed, and the Spurs end up as the 8. So Dallas wins the first game. Wemby did not play well. The rookie, Winter Stins, leads the Spurs in points, and the rookie Jamie Velarde leads Dallas, while Marlon Boston, another rookie, at 21. Talk about the youth taking over. The Lakers blow out the Thunder, although it was not Jokic's fault. Shea shot 5 for 17. Nikola Topic went 1 for 11 from 3. And then the Spurs beat the Lakers for the 8th seed. Wemby dropped 52, 13, 5, 4, and 5. Talk about putting the team on your back. With not many other good players, they needed Wemby to have an all-time classic of the game, and that he did. In the East, Atlanta will be the 7th seed, and then the Raptors beat the Bulls for the 8th seed. 2 teams who won 46 games this year. Chicago shot the ball horribly. 1 for 7 for Gardner Jones. 1 for 10 for Bridges. 1 for 7 for Giddey, 2 for 9 for Deuce McBride, 2 for 7 for Pajemski. Yikes. Baptiste Bisconde led the Raptors with 32 points and 0 assists. All buckets, I respect it. No Scotty Barnes, though. Looks like he was injured, so the Raptors won without their highest-rated player. Now let's look at our matchup against the Jazz, which could be one of the more interesting first-round series. Utah's been by far one of the most fascinating teams of this series because over the first 3 seasons, they had the worst record all 3 years. Yet, for whatever reason, they seem to always play well against us and nobody else. Last year, they turned it around, and they turned it around quickly. They were the 3 seed at the trade deadline and then utterly collapsed, barely scraping in the play-in as the number 10 seed. Well, this year, they were good again, but they stayed good through the rest of the year, with former number 1 pick Martin Sifa, who's really improved as a shooter and has become one of the best perimeter defending guards in the NBA. 2 years later, they won the lottery again, shocking the world with Samuel Queen, who has a lot of work to do but made some strides in year 2. We expected them to pick Norwood Nobles with that number 1 pick, but they ended up getting him at 3. He leads the team in estimated wins added and has been their best player. Pretty much everybody on this roster was drafted highly. A lot of really, really talented young prospects, but we haven't even talked about their best player. Remember, they traded for Trae Young last offseason, who is currently injured. He fractured his hand a couple of weeks ago, his non-shooting hand, and he will be out for the early portion of this series. He might be able to come back if the series goes 6 or 7 games, but he will be unavailable at least for games 1 and 2. Led the Jazz in scoring and passing this year. He's been on 4 teams over the last 5 years, but it finally seems like he's found a home in Utah with this young core and has done a really good job with this group. But he's going to be unavailable for them for most, if not all, of the series. That's a big deal because Trae Young is really the one guy in their rotation with playoff experience. That matters in the NBA playoffs. So having a bunch of guys who, for the most part, have never really gone on a playoff run, other than maybe Jarrett Allen, that's a problem for the Jazz, and that's something that they're going to have to figure out early. Now, the Jazz have played well against us this year. They're 2-1 against us. They outscored us by around 6 per game. The big problem for us against the Jazz was the lack of three-point shooting, only around 30%, the lack of scoring. No team held us to less points per game this year than the Jazz, and then the rebounding was awful. We're a good rebounding team, but struggled against the Jazz. Our only win against them came in the season opener. Norwood Nobles did not play in this game, though. I think he had like a migraine or something. 32 for Rolog on great shooting, 28 for Salis. We absolutely attacked Trae Young defensively. He was really good on the offensive end of the floor. He had 32 points in just 23 minutes, but the guy was a cone defensively. The second time around, we only lost by 5, despite much of our team being injured. This was in January when Salis and Stokes were pretty much the entire offense. 30 and 12 for Nobles. Queen shot 14 of 14 at the line. Look at the free throws. They got 41. No wonder why we lost. Our fully healthy, fully completed Warriors team played them once, and it was ugly. We lost by 26. Ranking Destino played quite well, but nobody else did. Kajai Stokes, 4 for 19, 0 for 9 from deep, 7 for 39 as a team. Very balanced for the Jazz, with Queen, Sifa, and Nobles all scoring at least 22. Sifa went 9 for 10 from the field. He did not miss too often in this game. So even though we're the favorite, even though we're the team with the experience, we do have some question marks involving the inconsistencies of a few players in the second half of the year. Kajai Stokes was not good after the All-Star break. 29% from 3 in March, 25% in April. Kuminga's been even worse. 29% in March, 20% in April. We need those two guys to play better. They were probably our 2 best players the first half of the year, but they have not been very good since the trade deadline with this new group, and they're going to need to figure some things out. Even though on paper our team is certainly equipped to win this series against a Jazz team who obviously lacks experience, we cannot take these guys lightly. We got to take it one at a time. That starts with games 1 and 2 here on the road. Major home court advantage for Utah, given that this fan base has not seen playoff basketball in well over half a decade. Jarrett Allen wins the tip over his Cavs teammate Evan Mobley, and we are underway. Samuel Queen with it for Utah. Floater over Destino is good. Those are the first points for the Jazz. Will our players be ready for the potential racial obscenities from this Utah crowd? Stokes on the move. Jumper is good. We saw the legend of Kajai Stokes really become born last year in the postseason. Now he has a healthy roster around him. Queen all the way with the jam. He's got the first 4 for the Jazz as they are up by a pair. Destino in his first NBA playoff game around the screen pulls the 3 off the mark. Rebound by Nobles. Here comes Utah. Many of these Jazz players in their first playoff games as Queen is blocked at the rim by Roman Loggins-Burrell. Mobley to Destino all the way for the come bucket. Jonathan Kuminga, who hauls in the lob and slams it down. 6-4, here is Nobles with it. Around the screen, he's doubled. Up top, Keegan Murray. The fake, the floater, that one is good. And the Jazz lead 8-4. A very slow offensive start for Golden State. Just 2 made baskets in the first 3 minutes. Destino, good movement off the ball. He hits the 3. He may be the point guard, but he is effective without the ball in his hands. Nobles, clean lane, jams it down. Loggins-Burrell did not close out quick enough, and it's 10-7. Stokes matched up with Sifa. Up to Loggins-Burrell on the fake with the drive. Counted and a foul! Flex on him! And 1 for Roman Loggins-Burrell, who I feel like is the X factor of this team. Rolog was good over the second half of the year. If he can be consistent, that would be huge, as Nobles gets 3 points right back of his own. 13-10. Destino, the handoff for Kuminga. Kuminga up top. Rolog for 3. That one is off the mark. It was a good look, though. He was open. Nobles cherry picking. Wide open slam. Norwood Nobles looking good early. Him and Queen have led the way to start this game for the Jazz. Shot clock winding down. Loggins-Burrell. Step back jumper over Nobles is good. Nice shot by Roman Loggins-Burrell. That'll make it 15-12. As you can tell, the defense is a little bit better here in the postseason as Utah forces the turnover. Nobles all the way with the poster over Destino off the steal by Samuel Queen. So far, the moment does not look too big for either of them. Mobley grabs his own miss and is there with the putback. Good play by Mobley, who I think has been quite good so far defensively and on the glass. 17-14. Queen, Allen, and 1! Nobody got back to defend Jared Allen. We've looked slow out the gate so far. Utah just seems to have more energy up to this point. Kuminga with it around the screen. Right wing 3 is good. It rattles home, and it's 20-17. Jabari Springer in the game as it's stripped away and stolen by Murray. All the way. Layup is good over Salis. We've got to be more protective of the basketball. Here comes Mobley. Looks to bring it up the floor himself. Nobody there to defend the lane. Mobley all the way and 1. That is not a fair matchup for poor Isaiah Collier. Jazz now up by 6, though. Here comes Stokes. All the way. Layup is blocked! Martin Sifa with the denial. Sifa's just such a hard player to match up with. His arms are so long, and he's such a tough player to get around. Stokes misses the 3 off the inbound. Cody Williams' triple is good. A 9-point lead for the Jazz, who have looked impressive out the gate. 20-29, under 3 to go in the first. Destino gets the screen all the way. Pick and roll, but he takes it himself with the jam and has 5. 29-22. Williams to inbound. He gets it to Kingsley. Up for Martin Sifa. Sifa, the Euro step and the layup. Sifa hasn't given a lot offensively, but has been great on the defensive end so far. Salis looking for the screen from Bona. Salis gets some room and lets it fly from beyond the arc. 31-27. Salis has got to be better than he was last year in the playoffs before he was brutally assaulted by Chance Palermo. Around the screen, another 3! Salis with the release. 10-2 run. We're within 1. Collier blocked by Bona. Williams has it stripped away and stolen by Herb Jones. Up the floor. Salis, another! No good. That would have been crazy if he got 3 in a row. Here come the Jazz. Williams with it for Utah. The lob! For the big man, Yanter Kingsley. 33-30, under a minute in the first. It's intercepted by Nobles. He gets it up for Cody Williams all the way with the jam. Utah's been moving well in transition so far, an area that Golden State is usually quite good in on both ends. Nobles with the layup, Jazz right back up by 7. Bona all the way with the slam! Both teams putting on a dunk show so far. We might not even have a second half because these rims are going to be broken. It is a 5-point game. Collier all the way, layup, bounces in. 39-32, a really strong showing here in the first quarter for the Utah offense. Golden State will get the last shot. Salis wants to be the guy to take it. Up for Springer. We're looking to get Salis open around the screen. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. Springer with 2. Up to Salis in the corner. No good. I don't think he got it off, though. 39-32. The Jazz shooting 60% so far. 18 of 30 from the field. They have been extremely efficient. Norwood Nobles with 11 to lead the way. As for us, Destino is the leading scorer with 7. Salis with 6. Rolog and Kuminga with 5. Stokes just 1 of 4 as Kuminga gets it for Golden State. Kuminga swings it in the corner. Rolog for 3 is good. Golden State within 2. That's how you move in transition. Here's Kasparis Balsavicius with it for the Jazz. Matched up with Stokes. Gets by him and the layup is good. Stokes stayed with him at the top of the key, but Balsavicius' first step beat him. Rolog, the fake and the snuff by Nobles. Here comes Utah. Williams inside. Kingsley layup. No good. There's a good stop by Stokes. Looking a lot better. Stokes with the cross. The sauce. All the way. And 1! Kajai Stokes with the slam. Nobles trying to draw the charge. He's unsuccessful. 43-40. Rolog floats it up and in. Nice maneuver by Roman Loggins-Burrell showing off the craft as Queen is unable to make a play there. 1-point game. Warriors looking for the lead. Hand off for Jones. Jones with Queen in the corner. Stokes for 3. Rattles home. Quiet first quarter for Stokes. Looking a lot better here in this second. Screen from Mobley. Stokes. Long 3 off the mark. Ball is tipped into the hands of Jonathan Kuminga. Kuminga all the way. Swings it in the corner. Jones for 3. It's good! Hustle points, baby. 5-point lead for the Warriors. Making a 3-point lead. Here is Salis with it. Hit a couple of threes in the first. On the drive, hands it off. Rolog, layup is good. Sifa was staying with Salis on the drive, but he ran into his own teammate. An 18-6 run over the last 4 minutes for Golden State. Nobles with it at the top of the key. Gets by Kuminga. Layup is blocked. Kuminga got a hand on it at the rim. Stokes, the lob. Springer, the slam. Showtime. 7-point lead for the Warriors. It was a rough start in the first quarter, but we are really starting to show some energy. Williams with the poster over Springer. That could potentially stop the spark for Golden State. Rolog gets the screen in the corner. Kuminga for 3. Nothing but net. Jonathan Kuminga from beyond the arc. 55-51. Williams has it poked out and stolen by Salis. Up to Rolog for 3. It's good. 15 points in the first half for Roman Loggins-Burrell. He has really got going here in the second. Queen with Destino, the exciting whites, as Samuel Queen hits the 3 thanks to the screen from Kingsley. 3-point game. Salis looks to drive inside for Springer, who is in with the slam. Good dunk by Jabari Springer. 5-point game. Kingsley no good. Springer with the stop and the rebound. He'll look to bring it up himself, looking to move fast. Springer gets the favorable matchup with Queen. He's doubled. Salis wide open. Mid-ranger is good. Jabari Springer is just such a good on-ball player. It's hard to find with somebody his size. Salis around the screen. Buries the 3. He's got 11 off the bench in the first half, shooting the ball well. 65-59. Rolog with Nobles. All the way with the poster. Norwood Nobles has not been very good defensively so far. We have not had any issues in matchups with him. Now a 4-point game. Destino on the drive is blocked. Jarrett Allen with the snuff. Jazz can make it a 1-score game. Nobles on the drive with Salis. Throws it up and in. Nobles has an incredible amount of touch around the basket for someone as strong as him. He is built like an ox. Salis for 3, no good. Springer the rebound. Back out. Loggins-Burrell. No good. Rebound by Bona. 3rd time's the charm For a team who struggled to rebound against the Jazz this year, we have been extremely impressive on the glass. The lob for Allen, no good. Springer up for Rolog. Hands it off for Bona! Adem Bona with the slam is at 71-65, under a minute in the second. Nobles all the way with a rack attack. We doubled Queen, and Nobles does a good job of recognizing the double and driving in. Springer sends help, but it's too little too late. Nobles in the corner for three. That one bounces off the mark. Mobley with the rebound, his 11th. That's higher than his season average. Destino on the drive. Nice move. Layup is good. His ability to decelerate in midair, not easy to find. That's a great play. 6-point game. Here is Queen with it for Utah. Queen gets some space. Destino matches up closer with him. It looks like Utah's going to try to dribble out some clock. Destino goes for the ball. Queen sends it for Murray for three. It's good! 3-point game. Golden State will get the last shot. It's Salis. Looks to get some room on the drive. Got it off. No good. That'll wrap up the first half. It's been a good one so far. 73-70. Warriors with the lead. An impressive second quarter for Roman Loggins-Burrell. He had 12. 17 points overall, while Norwood Nobles has 20 for the Jazz. Utah really has not gotten the outside game going at all. Only 4 for 12 from 3. Golden State, meanwhile, nearly 50% of their shots are from deep. A very solid 10 for 26. Destino loses it to start the third. Queen with the steal. Jazz on the break. Sifa, jumper is good. Martin Sifa was rock solid defensively in the first half, but they're going to need a little more offense out of him. He only had 2 points in the first half. Stokes around the screen. 3. Rattles home. We're going to need more out of Kajai Stokes. 8 points on 3 of 9 shooting in the first half. 1 for 6 from beyond the arc. Loggins-Burrell counted and a foul. And 1 for Rolog. Sifa with the foul. 79-72. Here is Queen up for Nobles. Nobles gets the screen. Nobles for 3. That one is buried through the net. 4-point game. Queen with it for the Jazz. Looking to get someone open. It's tipped by Kuminga. Mobley ends up with it. And here come the Warriors. Mobley looks to take it himself all the way. Layup is good. Evan Mobley's had a great game. He has not made mistakes offensively and has done a really good job on defense. Gets the stop and the rebound over his former teammate Jared Allen. Pushes it for Stokes. Up for Rolog. 3 will rattle in a shooter's touch. 23 points for Roman Loggins-Burrell. 84-75. Big run for the Warriors. Can make it a double-digit lead. Loggins-Burrell all the way. Throws it up and in! They cannot stop him. They can only hope to contain him. And 1 for Roman Loggins-Burrell. 86-77. There's a lob. Destino up for Kuminga. This offense, which did not look good in the early couple of minutes of this game, is fully clicking. Nobles around the screen with the jam. Nobles looking to take over this game. He's got 27 and has been arguably the best player on the floor despite his struggles defensively. Case in point, stumbles around the screen. Salis connects on the mid-ranger. Salis has been really solid so far. 13 points, leading the second unit. Sifa gets bounced off the screen, gets back up. Another screen. Salis for 3. It's good! 95-86. Utah trying to stay on pace with us, but we're continuing to hold on to this lead. Collier no good. Stokes with the rebound, his 7th. One of the better rebounding guards across the association. All the way with the jam! Over Nobles. Too slow to react. Good job there by Stokes, taking advantage of the Jazz defense being asleep. Nobles with Herb Jones. Nobles, that one is good. I mean, there's not much more Herb Jones could have done there. That was really good defense, but Nobles is bigger and just has more touch around the rim. Screen for Kajai Stokes on the drive with the lob! Jabari Springer with the jam. 99-90. Here is Nobles with it inside. Pump fake, ripped away and stolen. Herb Jones has it. Up for Bona. Bona doubled. Salis wide open. No good. Bona the rebound, and Bona with the and 1 slam! The raging Bona penetrates to the rim with a hard finish in contact. 102-90. There's a slam for the Jazz. Kasparas Balcevic gets one back. 10-point game. Screen for Jones. Step back. 3 ball. Bang! Herb Jones connects from beyond the arc. 105-92. Under 2.5 in the third. Balcevicius with it for the Jazz. All the way. Layup is good. Utah continuing to hang around. 107-94. Tied for the biggest lead of the game at 13. Balcevicius for three is good. He's giving the Jazz some buckets here in the third. Stokes has not looked great in this quarter defensively. Stokes hands it off. Jones, another three. He's hot. And fuego. Another triple for Herb Jones, who's had a good first playoff game here with the Warriors. Balcevicius on the drive. Floater, no good. With seconds to go in the third. Bona, way too patient. Destino up for Stokes in the corner. Not going to get a shot off. Pretty bad possession for what otherwise was a pretty good third quarter for the Warriors. A team effort. We had 4 players of the lead, 6. For the Jazz, it was a one-man show. Norwood Noble, 17 points, 8 of 9 from the field as the lob is unsuccessful. Here comes Utah early in the fourth. Williams. Tass is tipped and ends up with Destino. Looking to go all the way. Mobley inside for Loggins-Burrell. Another and one. Shushing the crowd. Really good pass by Mobley. That's what really made that play. And obviously the finish for Loggins-Burrell, who has 28. Rolog for three. Another one bites the dust. 31 points. It's a 17-point lead for Golden State. Triple for Sifa off the mark. Kingsley the rebound and the putback. We're going to keep Utah in it. They're starting to fall out of this game a little bit. 17-point lead. Queen. Triple. It's good. 120-106. Utah knows it. They want to start a rally. They've kind of got to do it now. Danny Avdija, not heard much from him. All the way! Count it. Layup and the foul. 121-109. Lead within 12. Loggins-Burrell back with it. Looks to go to the cup and the slam! They cannot guard him. 33 points for Roman Loggins-Burrell. 14-point game. Here is Queen with it for the Jazz. Queen inside. Little pick and roll action. Danny Avdija with the dunk. 123-111 with 8 to go. Game still is certainly not over. Loggins-Burrell for three. No good. Kuminga the rebound and the putback. Good play by Jonathan Kuminga for the second chance effort. 125-113. Loggins-Burrell with it, looking to get the screen. Rolog with the cross. Mid-ranger is good. 35 for Roman Loggins-Burrell. He will not miss. 127-113. Rolog again around the screen. Step back, midi, too easy. 37 for Loggins-Burrell. How about another off the mark? Ball is tipped, ends in the hands of Jared Allen. Pushed up for Norwood Nobles. Nobles on the drive. Throws it up. It is good. Even when it looks like he's out of control, he's in control the entire way. 12-point game. Stokes inside. The lob! Powerful slam by Evan Mobley, who has 13 and 13. He's given us some good offense in the second half combined with his outstanding defense. Queen with it on the drive. That is good. It's a shooting foul. I mean, that was very clearly before the shot, but okay. 11-point game. Rolog in the mid-range again. Automatic. 39 for Rolog in what is now a 13-point lead. Of course, he chooses to immediately fall asleep on defense as Norwood Nobles gets the three. I think the funny thing about the Nobles and Rolog matchup is both of them are just giving each other buckets. No defense, all offense. It's like the Big 12 football, but in basketball. Shot no good. Rolog with his 10th rebound. That's a double-double. Here's Stokes with it. Inside for Kuminga. Kuminga throws it up, and it's good! And one for Jonathan Kuminga. That's Keegan Murray with the foul. He would not make the free throw, though. 137-123. Rolog, jumper. Wow, he missed one. I don't believe it. Rebound by Nobles. Up to Murray. Great pass. Queen, great finish. The lead is back within a dozen. 4:15 to go. Rolog with Nobles. Oh, that's too easy. Lunch money. He's doubled. Kuminga, wide open three. They're going to have to double Rolog if they're going to keep Norwood Nobles on him. And the same might be said for us on the other end of the floor. Oh, look at this. This is barbecue chicken. All the way. Little rack attack. Layup is good. 41 points for Roman Loggins-Burrell. Mobley will inbound and he gets it to Stokes. Up to Rolog. Heat check. Bang! 44 It's an 18, making a 15-point lead with under 3 minutes to go. It might be out of reach for the Jazz. Stokes inside. Layup is good for Kuminga. That's a double-double for Stokes, who's only a couple rebounds shy of a triple-double. Loggins-Burl throws up a 3 at the end of the shot clock. Won't go. Sifa with the rebound, looking to bring it up for the Jazz. Down by 15. Oh, he got Stokes' ankles and misses the shot. But it's immediately taken back by Allen, who gets the dunk. And the Warriors are going to call a timeout. I think somebody got injured on that play. Because, of course, even when the game is out of reach. So Evan Mobley, as you'll see here, grabs the rebound right there. Lands awkwardly, loses the ball. Allen with the dunk. Just great. If you are looking for a positive, Stokes with his 10th rebound. That is a triple-double. Looks to take it all the way. Gets it to Rolog. Deep three, no good. Won't matter, though, as Golden State will be in cruise control for the next minute. Obviously, Roman's got to dribble out the clock. Watch for the backcourt. Okay, good. 153-136, your final. The Warriors take it on the road here in Game 1. That guy was the star of the show. 44 points for Roman Loggins-Burl. He was absolutely terrific. Unguardable. Norwood Nobles with 44 points in the loss for the Jazz. He was also unguardable. Kajai Stokes with his first career triple-double. Cool that it happened in the playoffs in what otherwise was really not that good of a game for Kajai Stokes, but he certainly filled up the stat sheet. I think our complementary players around Rolog were better than the guys around Nobles for the Jazz. 54% from the field, 41% from three. The Jazz only 49 and 35%. I mean, Rolog was just awesome. He was absolutely terrific, and his impact was noted. He had the highest plus-minus on the team. As for Kajai Stokes, 17, 10, and 10, triple-double. He also had a high plus-minus, which I find interesting, despite the lack of efficiency. As I've said throughout the year, I think Rolog is the most talented player on the roster. The problem is the inconsistency. Even though Stokes has been the guy throughout the year, if Roman Loggins-Burl plays even to a fraction of this, he's the guy for this playoff run. He's the X factor for this team. And he's played well over the last couple of months. Since January, has shot the three ball quite well. It's been a lot better than it was in the first portion of the year. So if he can be consistent, that would be a deadly weapon for us. 20 for Kuminga, he was pretty good. 18 for Salis, he was solid. Triple-double for Stokes, but did not shoot the ball well. 5 of 15 from the field, 2 for 8 from 3. Martin Sifa had him trapped. Despite that, though, Stokes still had a pretty positive impact on the game, even though he missed a lot of shots and he had some bad defensive reps. Still got that first career triple-double. 15-15 and 2 assists for Evan Mobley. Only missed 1 shot, which he immediately put back in. I thought Mobley was our second-best player in this game after Rolog. Destino was solid. Everybody else was good. Adembona, 4 for 4. Norwood Nobles, 44 points, 18 of 25 from the field. That is ridiculous. Now, on the flip side, Nobles likewise was a traffic cone defensively, but he did everything he could. Queen, 27, 12, and 6. Bad efficiency. Martin Sifa, 9, 6, 6, and 3. Filled up the stat sheet. Shot the ball really bad. But I still feel like he was a positive impact on the game because of his defense. He was a -2 in the 39 minutes he played. The Jazz were a -15 in the 9 minutes that he did not play. So even though Sifa shot the ball really poorly, his defense was extremely important. So it's a strained hip for Mobley, a 2 to 4 week injury. I will say, though, this is about as mild of an injury as we could have hoped for. His rating only goes down by 1. His mobility is certainly going to be limited, but he's not going to be that much worse. Roughly going to last around 3 weeks or so. We're going to play it smart. We will hold him out of Game 2. Springer will take his place at the 5. Ramon Hodge is going to get a little bit of run here. However, we're not going to rule anything out for Mobley after this game. I want to play things smartly, and as I said at the beginning of the episode, half the battle of winning the title is staying healthy and being smart with your injuries. Having guys getting injured or not is largely luck, but how you manage that. Injury management is not luck. That's strategic. We need to be smart with how we utilize Evan Mobley. Even though he's not going to be that much worse than he would be normally, we don't want this hip injury to become something more. However, it's such a mild injury that even if he sits here for Game 2, we might be able to bring him back for Game 3 and beyond. So Springer will take his spot as the center. We're definitely going to see more of Dembona as well. Must-win game for the Jazz. Goes without saying. As Allen wins the tip, we are underway. You cannot afford to go down 2-0, especially with both games at home. Destino brings it up for Golden State. Looks to cross away from Queen. Layup is good. And Rankin Destino gets the scoring started for the Warriors. I thought he was pretty solid in his playoff debut. A little passive. Didn't get the ball a lot. I'm hoping for more usage out of him in this game. Queen for 3. That one is good. He's got to be more efficient. Had some splash plays, but overall did not shoot the ball well in the Game 1 loss. Deep 3 for Stokes is good. We need him to shoot the ball better. He's shot around 28% from 3 since the start of March. Only 25% from 3 in Game 1. Cephas 3 no good. Rolog all the way with the slam. I mean, Utah's got to figure out a way to stop him, and likewise, we've got to figure out how to stop this guy. Nobles up to Keegan Murray. Murray with Kuminga inside. Good cut. Martin Cefa, really smart player off the ball. He does not want the ball in his hands, let alone need it. Springer in the corner. Kuminga for 3 is good. Warriors back ahead. They now lead at 10-9. Here comes Destino pushing the pace. Rolog with it. Looking to drive all the way to the cup. Another reverse slam. Norwood Nobles just does not really strike me as a guy who's quick. He's big, he's strong, he's gifted offensively, but he is flat-footed. His first step is so slow. Gets the cross on Loggins Burrow there, but that was more so just bad defense. Lob is tipped up into the hands of Rankin Destino. Looking to get some transition points. Up to Stokes for 3. Good shot for KJ. Couple of early triples. We're hoping he shoots the ball a lot better than the last game. Nobles all the way. Reverse layup is good. He's just so dominant in the paint. I don't think his skill set is similar to Zion, but it's a Zion Williamson-esque impact in the sense that there's just not an easy way to scheme around him. As Samuel Queen hits the 3, Cephas sends it up for Nobles. I don't know what Destino's doing there. Spin move in the corner. Queen for 3 is good. We were kind of confused on whether we should send traffic to the corner or just send everybody inside, and our hesitation is why Queen ended up being open. Destino gets payback. A three-pointer to respond. Warriors back ahead, 22-19. Here's Nobles with it all the way with the jam. Salis was trying to be patient, waiting until he got under, but at that point, it's kind of too late with Nobles. Here's Stokes with it. Lobs it away for Adem Bona, who did not miss in the first game. Bona, in the minutes he gave us, was really, really positive. 3 no good. Bona, the rebound and the putback. With no Evan Mobley out there, we're certainly going to need him to play well. I thought about starting him, but Jabari Springer's just a little bit better, which is why we're going to roll with him. Kuminga for 3. That one is good. Kuminga's been strong in the first quarter. Couple of triples. Salis spins away from traffic. Beyblade, let it rip. He gets to the mid-range. Jumper is good on the right wing. 31-27 with 3 to go in the first. Nobles brushes off Salis. I mean, he's like Derrick Henry, driving in the lane, shrugging defenders away. Cefa now gets Stokes falling backwards. Stokes trying to draw the foul, maybe a little acting there, but he's unsuccessful. That ball poked away by Bona. I assume that was a block. Could have been a tip. I don't know. Destino with a dime for Kuminga, threading the needle in between the defense as the assist to Jonathan Kuminga is successful. Salis, the lob! Ramon Hodge appears out of nowhere. Risky pass, but another nice play by the Warriors. The ball movement from us over the last couple of minutes has been impeccable. Destino, mid-ranger, is good. He's got 9 points, 4 boards, 4 dimes. He's been the best player on the floor here in the first quarter. Kingsley inside, cocks it back and launches it away. Bad defense by Bona. Warriors will get the last shot. Salis at the buzzer. Bang! It's good! Salis for 3. 44 points in the first quarter for the Warriors. The offense and the ball movement for Golden State was unbelievably good. They could not stop us whatsoever on that end of the floor. Into the second. Jones in traffic has it blocked. Kingsley with the snuff. Ball Savicius for the Jazz. Matched up with Rolog. Step back. 3 ball is good. And the lead is within 6. 44-38. Here's Loggins Burrell. Triple on the way. No good. Springer tips it up. Ball ends up in the hands of Yontair Kingsley. He goes up for Isaiah Collier. Up for Murray. Bang! Thregan Murray with a triple. Couple of early threes in the opening minute for the Jazz. And we are within 1 score. Golden State looking to retaliate. Here is Salis. Step back. Money. Antoine Salis is just such a natural scorer. It's like poetry watching him score the basketball as he throws it up and in. It looks effortless, even though it was great defense by Ball Savicius. The shot went off the glass, didn't even touch the rim. 49-44. Stokes around the screen, lets it fly. It's good. Rattles home. Kajai Stokes with another triple. He's got 9, shooting the 3-ball well. Ball Savicius all the way. Layup is good despite solid defense for Rolog. 6-point game. Springer with it. He's doubled. Somebody's got to be open. Whoop! Sends a dime. Stokes' 4th 3 of the game. Jabari Springer is such a good passer. That's why you can't double him. He's going to pull off that. Stokes, the layup, counted and a foul. And KJ, for the first time in this playoff run, is starting to heat up. He's got 15. Here's Nobles with it. That one is up and in and one. Nobles had Kuminga guarding him tightly, but it doesn't matter. We're almost best off either fouling him intentionally before the shot or just not fouling at all, because he's going to make it regardless. Kuminga open 3, lead at 11, make it 9. Stokes in the corner. Heat check, no. Springer, the rebound and the reverse layup. Good job there by Jabari Springer to follow the miss. 63-52. Up for Allen. Allen gets it for Nobles. Heavily contested 3 is good. Norwood Nobles with 19 points in the first half. What a showing for Nobles to start his playoff career. Good move by Stokes, now up to 17 points. 10-point game in favor of Golden State, under 3.5. Destino back in the game. Step back, 3-ball. Drains it! Destino picking up right where he left off from the end of the first quarter. 68-57. Nobles has it for the Jazz. All the way. Nobles. Too easy! I mean, he had 2 guys blanketed over him, and it does not matter. It's very Darius Springer-esque. He reminds me a lot of Springer offensively. He can create his own shot as well, as you see there. The difference is that Springer was a great defender, and Nobles clearly is not. But offensively, there's a lot of similarities. Stokes' mid-range jumper is good. Another make for KJ, 19-4-4. Could he be on triple-double watch again? Stokes on the drive, swings it up. Salis matched up with Allen all the way. Pull-up jumper is good. That was not the shot I was hoping to get with that matchup, but it went in. No complaints. Here's Yontair Kingsley. Lobs it up! Norwood Nobles makes it an 8-point game. Stokes up top for Salis. Swings it over to Kuminga. Oh, that's lunchtime all the way. Misses the layup. Good defense late there by Sifa, who has been unstoppable defensively in the first half. He gets it up for Queen. Bounces it inside for Kingsley. Oh, that's just not fair. With Salis, I mean, what are we supposed to do there? 6-point game. Here is Stokes with it. Shot clock unplugged. Warriors will get the last shot. Who takes the shot, though? I think with Salis in the game, he's probably the guy you want pulling it. Destino has it with 5. We got to get him open at some point. Gonna have to throw it up. Salis at the buzzer. It's good! Another buzzer beater for Antoine Salis. 75-66. Going into the break. Salis with a couple of big shots at the end of the first and the second. Here's your playoff bracket. Competitive in the East. The favorites looking good in the West. Portland over Houston 2-0. Memphis and Minnesota on the board with a win. We, of course, lead this series 1-0. Still some work to do in the second half, but we lead by 9. KJ's been impressive, 19-5-5. Norwood Nobles, meanwhile, is 26. We have no answer for him. Roman Loggins Burrell didn't score in the second quarter, by the way, so the Jazz are figuring him out a little bit, whereas we are not with Nobles. Loggins Burrell blocked to start the third by Jared Allen. Rolog's been a non-factor in this game. He's 2 for 8 right now. Nice pass off the inbound to Kuminga. But let's go back to Rolog. The inconsistencies plagued him throughout the year. And so far today, we're getting the full experience as he gets dunked on by Norwood Nobles. Nobles pushing 30 points already. I knew Norwood Nobles was good. I didn't know he was this good. I am insanely impressed. Destino all the way. Count it. And a foul. And one. 16-point game now. What is the camera doing? Why is it not moving? Queen all the way. Layup is good. Golden State's playing some good basketball here so far in the third. The Jazz only have 5 points over the first nearly 4 minutes. Big three for Isaiah Collier. They needed that one pretty badly. 86-73 in the corner. Here is Salis with it. Around the screen. Salis with the he missed it. But Springer is there with the offensive rebound and the putback. Double-double for Jabari. He's got 10 and now 11. Bari's given us a good game, starting in place of Evan Mobley as he crosses Collier all the way. Layup is good. Jabari's hooping, and he's been pretty efficient. 4 for 8. Has not taken many bad shots. Collier, floater, no good. Another rebound for Jabari. Here comes Golden State. Springer looks to take it all the way with the lefty slam. Look at the scoreboard. This is getting ugly for the Jazz. 92-73. Nobles inside is bear hugged by Salis. That was a mismatch. We wanted nothing to do with that. That's where we are with Norwood Nobles right now, intentionally fouling him in the third quarter. 3 ball bounces in for Destino. It's a 22-point lead for the Warriors. We've outscored them 20-8 in the second half. Cody Williams gets one back. A big 3 for the Jazz. Trying to cut into this deficit. Salis swings it up for Herb Jones. Jones gets the screen with room. Lets it fly. His first points of the game. And right now the moment is looking too much for this young Jazz team who has never played on this stage. They've shown some good flashes. Oh, it's blocked! Destino with the stuff. All the way with the slam. He looked like he had trouble getting up there. For someone of his skin complexion, he's got some bunnies, usually. 3 no good. Allen is blocked. The Bona with the snuff. Kuminga with the slam off the assist by Salis. It's a 25-point game now. This is getting really ugly. 3 for Collier is good. The Jazz looking for a lot right now, but with the 20-second shot clock, crazy rallies are more common. Sifa with the slam, we're in 20. No lead is safe with this Warriors team as we've seen throughout the year, good or bad, as it's a 19-point deficit. Stokes around the screen. Wide open 3 for Herb Jones is good. 110-88 late in the third. Balsavicius blocked by Bona. Salis all the way. Lobs it for Jones, who's got 10 points here in the third. We miss Mobley, but our production at the 5 has been phenomenal today with Springer and Bona. Right as I say that, he allows an offensive rebound and a dunk to Yontair Kingsley. 112-90. Here's Williams. Oh my goodness, that was a close one. Nearly dunked over 2 defenders. Bona's thinking, what in the world just happened? As it is a 20-point game. Stokes, easy layup, his first points of the third. 114-92. Stokes brings it up with a minute and a half in the third. On the drive, takes it himself, and he's blocked by Kingsley. Bona with it back, out to Salis for 3. 117-96. Salis triple off the mark. We're hoping for another last-second shot out of him. Shot clock unplugged. Here's Balsavicius. Blocked by Bona. Here is Jones with 4. We're looking for Antoine. Antoine's not getting open. Bona's got to take the shot, and it's no good. Dominant third quarter for Golden State. We outscored them by 12, and we lead by 21. We're in a good spot going into the fourth, but we cannot take our pedal off the metal just yet. I want to ensure we take 2 on the road, and I'd like to ensure it sooner rather than later here in this fourth. Destino on the drive in traffic. Doesn't matter. 26, 6, and 5 for Destino. He's known as a playmaker, but he's a really impressive scorer. His efficiency since the trade has been outstanding. Nearly 50% from 3. Triple is good for Cody Williams. Balsavicius inside. That one is no good. Nice stop by Rolog, who has 1 point since the first quarter. Layup is good, finally ending the drought. His first basket in at least 25 minutes. Here is Avdia with the Euro. Oh my goodness, nice maneuver by Denny Avdia. 121-105. Here is Destino on the drive. He is doubled. Sends it up for Rolog. Finally with a three. We've been waiting for him to get going. 124-105. Here is Avdia. Triple over Springer. Bounces home. Utah is slowly cutting into the deficit. They're within 16. They're not moving fast enough, but they are moving. Kingsley inside. Layup is good. Lead is now within 14. They're going to have to pick up the pace, but again, they have been good here in the fourth. Balcevic is up for Murray, inside for Sifa. That one is good, and we are within a dozen. 124-112. As I said earlier, we cannot let them back in the game. These guys are feisty. Here is Stokes looking for the screen. Moving mid-ranger is good. Big make for KJ, who has struggled offensively in the second half, usually when he's been guarded by Sifa. Balcevic with the gather and the finish. Lead sits at 10 for the Jazz with around 6 to go. Queen around the screen on the drive. It is pinned off the backboard by Salis. Here is Springer in transition. Takes it himself to the cup. Layup is good. Big sequence on both ends for the Warriors. 12-point game again. Queen inside for Allen. It's tipped. Springer nearly gets it. Allen with the layup. We're back within 10. This game is definitely far from over. Utah with a great stretch here in the fourth. Here is a screen for Stokes for three. Big shot for KJ. He's up to 26. 131-118. Murray with it on the drive. It is airball. Did he airball the layup? Balcevic back with it. Layup is good. No looker. Both defenders got faked early. Sifa, wide open three. No. Springer with the rebound is 15th. Under 5 to go. Springer, wide open lane. Too easy! 18 points, 15 boards for Jabari. Destino up and in, no good. Rebound by Queen. He gets it up to Murray. Back to Queen on the drive. He's trapped. Murray in the corner. Bang! Threegan Murray brings the lead within 8. First time it's been a single-digit deficit in the fourth. Okay, we've really got to get going here. They've outscored us by 13 in this quarter as Salis hits the jumper. If we don't watch out, they're going to continue to cut the lead to 6, to 5, to 3, to 1. So we've got to take them out of the game sooner than later. Moving up the floor quick. Springer with the mismatch. Hook shot over Sifa. I wish he went for an easier shot, but hey, he made it. 12-point game. Look at the clock. Utah's offense has gone silent, and that could be the death stone for them. Loggins burrowed the steal. Looks to send it in, but it's intercepted by Queen. Both offenses have quieted down the stretch, which is obviously good news for us. Murray up to Queen. Queen with just over a minute. He's got Murray with the jam. 10-point game, but time is not on Utah's side. Less than a minute now. Destino. He's got Stokes looking for the screen. Stokes is not going to get the shot off. It's a 20-second violation. We do use all the time from the clock, though, which is not the worst thing. 8-point game now looking for the dagger. Destino up for Kuminga. He's got Rolog. Rolog with 2. Step back, jumper, no good. Probably won't matter as Queen gets the board with 10. Queen looks to drive in. Heaves up a prayer, no good. Springer with the rebound. He's going to dribble it out. We're going to let Rankin Destino finish this game off. Warriors win game 2. They take a pair on the road. 137-129. The Jazz were down by 21 going into the fourth. They brought it within 8 with about 4 minutes left, but their offense went completely silent. Defense got timely stops when they needed to, and we were able to win the game. They ended up giving the player of the game to Kajai Stokes, which doesn't really make a lot of sense because he did not shoot the ball well. Destino's stats were just about equal, but he was a lot better on offense and arguably better on defense. He had 26, 8, and 6 on just 12 shot attempts. Stokes, I thought, still did some good things, though. 26, 7, and 6, but on negative true shooting. 10 for 28 from the field, 5 for 14 from 3. He has not shot the ball well in 2 games, but he's been solid overall. Martin Seath is just such a demon. I mean, it is so hard to score around him. Salis with 21, Springer with 20 and 18, and he was really efficient. 17 for Kuminga. Rolog was not good. 1 for 6 from 3. As I said earlier, we had the full Rolog experience today. Best player for us in Game 1. Worst player for us in Game 2. 30 piece for Nobles, 14 of 19. We've got to figure out something with him. Why did he play 25 minutes? It felt like he was barely out there in the second half, which is a crime. 20 for Balsavicius on 20 shots. 16 points for Cephas, shot the ball well, 7 of 7 from 2, 0 for 4 from 3. His defense, though, is unbelievable. I can't think of the guy on the perimeter who we've had more trouble with offensively than him. I think he might be the best perimeter defender, particularly on the ball in the league. Off ball, he's good, but on the ball, I mean, there's no driving around him. It's hard to create a shot because his arms are just so long. I mean, he is a nuisance to deal with, and Kajai Stokes' usage on offense is going to have to be limited, given that, what are we going to do? I mean, we can't be shooting all these bad shots with Martin Cephas smothering us. So some questions to answer on how we manage Cephas defensively, how we stop Norwood Nobles, but overall it's a success, taking 2 on the road to start the series. We'll see if we can finish off the job at home. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you are new. Peace out.